I hold the lore of the house in my being. It is a responsibility that I alone can bear. As such, I am neither Delver nor Tender. Though he fights in the name of our people, I cannot help but feel abandoned by him. I only hope this war does not consume him. Delvers are not chosen. Though many wish to follow in the steps of the Weeping King, few have his gift. Those that do, then, are compelled to serve as he did. Delvers see to the sorrows of a Fae, but Tenders see to his flesh. When a Fae dies, Tenders take the body to the Midden and see it safely into rot. There has always been a House of Sorrows, it seems. Not long after the birth of the Winter Fae came the Weeping King, and with him, the house. There is no precedent for a foe like this. Even in the ancient wars, no Fae ever acted in a manner such as Saturnin. I am at a loss to know what we must do to stop him. I do not believe it is a victory we can achieve. Once a gentle place where the bodies of the Winter Fae were returned to the earth, the Midden is now a mire of filth, of putrid mortal death. Be careful when within. Until next time.
And you have come to Drozer. I know of your kind, mortal. I have seen what you have to offer. War, destruction, calamity. You are better off leaving us be. The art of the Delvers has been passed on since the Weeping King first walked this midden. That it is now lost, it must be some Tuatha witchery. I have seen the Tuatha as they fell upon the houses of pride and of vengeance. It was horrible and maddening. But never have I seen a Tuatha draw out a battle such as this. Never have I seen one enjoy such malice. What do you wish to know of me, mortal? What of a Fae could you hope to understand? I will not deign to explain my life to you. We are the foundation upon which all Winter Fae rely. By attacking us, the Tuatha have turned their back on their own kin once and for all. He will always be a prince of the house, even though we have parted ways. I wish him well. Once, the bodies of our most faithful members were hung upon the tree. But now, the Tuatha have decorated it with the butchered corpses of mortals. Blasphemy! Be careful.
Greetings.
Speak. I have a task for you. Of late, there are many in this house who have come to view my authority with disdain. As such, there is need of someone unbiased by our house's history and the traditions therein. Someone such as you. We must move quickly. The Tuatha will not hold their strikes for long. Let us stop their next blow. Members of the House may choose one of two paths. The path of the Delver, or the path of the Tender. Delvers are those who commune with the sorrows of the living Fae and the recently deceased. They draw forth these sorrows and assume them. However, most Delvers lost their talent over these last few centuries. But our youngest, Tybri, shows some promise. The Tenders are those sacred few who oversee the decay and decomposition of a Winter Fae's body. They also oversee the Midden itself, for like a body, the Midden is a physical thing, a vessel for rot and ruin, that which is required for death to become rebirth. Finally, they once tended to the gallows tree, but that was before the Tuatha perverted it. You fail to understand. Although the Tuatha wage war with us, as they have with the Alfar, they do so by other methods. Our enemies are subtle. They target individuals, not armies. They strike at convictions, not cities. And by doing so, they can retreat to where we cannot find them. For all our years of struggle, we know only this, that our enemy is led by a Tuatha agent, Saturnin. He is the master of this shadowy coup. We cannot right now. He hides himself and covers his tracks well. But I have a lead which you will investigate with one of our delvers, Tybri. A tender, Catarak, has fled the house and killed a fellow member in doing so. I suspect Saturnin's influence, or perhaps that Catarak might be Saturnin himself. Bring Tybri to the body of Catarak's victim. Though dead, the sorrows will remain on the corpse. The sorrows can lead us to Catarak. There is a tender named Catarak who has fled our ranks. He is somehow tied to Saturnin. I am certain of it. I want you to find him and put an end to him. For if he is not Saturnin himself, then he is betraying our secrets to the Tuatha.
What is needed? I listen.
So, you were the mortal. There were whispers that Bizarine had welcomed one of you amongst us. But to pick the siege breaker, I am awed. I forget myself. Bizarine has made his wishes clear, and we must do as he asks. Are you ready to begin? I am Tybri. I have only 2 centuries to my name. I was asked to join the house because of my abilities. I can hear them, the sorrows in people, the essence of decay and ruin that precedes winter. I can even hear the sorrows faintly in you. Few delvers are left who can hear any sorrows at all, but never have any claim to hear them as much as I. Many believe me to be a liar, or an abomination. The Midden was once a sacred place for the House of Sorrows, for all Winter Fae, where the bodies of the dead were left to decompose. Our bodies do not rot as mortal corpses do. So when Saturnin placed the bodies of mortals here, they putrefied, corrupting the Midden. Scavengers and beasts now roam the Midden, and the body we seek is deep within. I must have someone to watch my back. Farewell. body is here. I must begin my work. But the magic is sure to draw the wild fae in the area. Hold them back while I commune with the sorrows. Farewell. It is done. Cadoroc's sorrows left a strong impression on the corpse. He is hiding in the siren. The impression Cadoroc left on the body was conflicted. Something is not right here. I will return to the house. With the beast beaten back, it should prove safe enough now. We, are the backbone of the house. Delvers can look into the essence of Winterfell, find the sorrows within, and take upon that burden. The Weeping King was the first to perform this function. The Delvers witnessed his powers, and imitated as they could. Only now, no Delver has this art, save for me. The dead do not speak lies. Cadoroc has gone to Siren Crypt in the Drowned Forest. It was once a mighty fortress, but like all things in this war, it was reduced to ruin. Lesser, cruder beasts and beings walk its halls now. For Cadoroc to hide there, it makes little sense. But from what the Sorrows told me, it seems as though he had nowhere else to go. Farewell.
What is it? I have felt the energies of Mithra fade to Ashara, mortal. I am glad that this business is concluded. At least the Midden will not be in danger of corruption any more than it already is. I thank you for your part in keeping it so. As payment, take this bauble. I discovered it on a body on one of your kind. May it be useful to you in your travels. We keep the Midden as a monument to the debt we Winter Fae have made with nature. But now the Midden is defiled, and we can do our task no longer. Yes, yes.
Greetings, stranger.
I'd rather be fighting the Tuatha. I came to this swamp expecting a host of diseases, but I wasn't prepared for this. The Mergen and Banshane are everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen one, but all of the wounded who fought them come back with severe burns, like they've been struck by lightning. The soldiers come back from the swamp riddled with holes from the Mergen's blasted tridents. I know it sounds odd, but I'm almost glad to be out here in the swamp. There was something strange going on in that hospital. I was once a star pupil in the Scholia Arcana, bound for greatness. One indiscreet lapse in Rathir, and here I am, a field surgeon. Happy to treat any wounds or diseases. For now.
The hero of Melcent Shear? I did not expect to find you in this damned swamp. We couldn't have picked a worse time to travel in the drowned forest. I joined the Alpha army right before we took back Melcent Shear. A glorious battle! My captain fell during the siege, before Baelor fell. Afterwards, I was promoted and put in charge of securing the road through the drowned forest. I had resigned myself to death before that final battle. When Baelor fell, it was like being granted a new life, a new fate. Disgusting creatures. I never dreamt I'd end up in one of their swamps. The spawn of Banshane. You'll find them in damp, miserable places like this. Those tridents they carry pierce steel like it was paper. There's something about the water in this swamp. Every year, Banshane and Mergen come swarming back, and every year, hordes of new Mergen pour out. Ooh, I shudder just thinking about it. It's all these damn Mergen. We've arrived just in time for their spawning season. They're filling the swamp and tearing my men to pieces. I don't know how many Banshane are out there, but I venture it's more than one. If you could lend us a hand and destroy any Banshane you find, I'd be forever grateful. I know it's disgusting to imagine, but Banshane are the mothers of those slimy creatures. Every year they return to this swamp and a new wave of Mergen spews forth. Thank you. They seem to be coming from several nests to the west. Find the Banshane and destroy them. Be wary, they're always guarded by more Mergen. The Banshane to the west need to be destroyed. They're spawning so many Mergen, the swamp's overrun. Take heed out there.
The High King Mathon ruled the bleak, silent fields of Wintertide. He kept the season as it should be. The blizzards howling, the skies filled with snow in the gloom of a long night. He purified the land under a white blanket and allowed death to end the slow decay of autumn. The woods paid homage in leaves. The waters paused at his arrival. The world revered him in a barren stillness.
Have you perchance met an Almain around here named Deod Dungaris? The damned fool got himself dragged off by Murgan. I'm a field researcher for the librarium in Edessa. I travel and acquire items for gnomes who know best what to do with them. I hired him as a porter from the Rathier docks. It wasn't easy finding someone to accompany me to this swamp. Of course, the instant we're in sight of the castle, Murgan ambushed us and made off with him. Nasty creatures. They exploded out of the water and snatched Deod before I could react. I hadn't expected to be delayed there for so long. It was just impossible to sneak through the opposing lines before the siege was broken. If the disease and wildlife don't kill you, the Murgan will. As you've realized, if you've come this far, it's a dangerous swamp. I am on an important mission for Templar Julius Maven. He sent me to recover an artifact from Bunlock, this hulking castle here. Things haven't gone entirely to plan. I got stuck in Melsenshire for what seemed like an eternity, and now Murgan have run off with my porter. Would you help me out for a bit? I'll pay you for your time. I'm afraid I don't know the exact details. Only that it is small and easy to carry. It must have been built by fools, constructed right in the middle of a Murgan breeding ground. Didn't take long for the Murgan to move in and make a feast of the original owners. Great. First, please retrieve my pack from those Murgan. Deod was carrying it when he was captured, and it contains the key to the castle. I'll meet you at the entrance to Bunlock once you've retrieved it. No one has lived there for centuries. Not surprising, since it was built in the middle of Murgan breeding grounds. My employer is a collector of ancient artifacts. He's very secretive and keeps to himself, but I suspect he is seeking something specific. Deod was carrying it when the Murgan grabbed him. They dragged him off to the north.
There are rumblings in the Court of Winter. There are Fae who are preaching beyond a world of rot. They fly in the face of sorrows, the cycles, They do not honor our tradition, but they are wrong. There is no winter without death. There is no growth without decay.